Hey everyone, I hope you had a great day. Let's try a new format on our second channel, shall we? Today we are looking at some new r/Idontworkherelady stories. I hope you enjoy them.
The first story is called Seems Like You Don't Understand. I have been working at a retail store for 2 weeks for the holiday hire. It's 4 hours into my 5-hour shift and I am already annoyed at the number of Christmas songs playing. I am at the back of the store in the home department. I am trying to find a similar item to match a different store item that doesn't have a price sticker on it. A lady walks up to me and asks me in a thick accent if I know where to find a window thing. I ask what in particular are you looking for because the store does sell window cleaning items. She responds, I am looking for something for a window to do this. She is waving her hands that look like she's cleaning a window with a squeegee. Are you looking for a window cleaning item too? Before I can even finish asking, she responds immediately. No, I want something to cover the window. The whole time, she is giving the motion of wiping down a window. Now I know that not everyone speaks perfect English. But this lady kept insisting before I can respond that I had no idea what she's talking about. I had to interject that I am trying to answer her question. The lady then explains by saying, I want something to close the window. To my knowledge, I have no idea what can help with that. I let her explain more. I want something to cover the window. She then proceeds to show me using a doorway to explain the window needs something to cover it. Like a carpet but for a window. It appears she needs a curtain. But before I can say, do you mean a curtain, she says, you don't understand, let me explain it again. I let her explain and I am about to answer her again and she says, you have no idea what I am saying. Lady, you are not letting me answer your question. I finally had to interrupt her and ask, are you looking for a curtain? No, you have no idea, I am looking for something like this. She is pointing to a hanging rug. I am looking for this but to cover a window. To my knowledge, the store does not sell curtains. So I suggest her to try HomeGoods, not the store that I work at, or Home Depot. The lady then insults the entire store. I was assuming your store sells everything. Apparently, you don't understand either, someone at the front told me to come to this section to ask. Lady, I work here and can guarantee you I know where a particular item is. Keep in mind, this whole time I am holding 2 similar items to get a price on them. Luckily the store manager was fine with me taking a good 10 minutes to get to the cashier for a price. The next story is called The Wrong Color. For my job at a grocery store, I wear an apron. For some reason I have yet to divine, I love my apron. I wear it home and put it on before I head to work. It has pockets, why wouldn't I love it? It has caused many a problem, however. My apron for my current job is dark blue. In my past, however, I worked at a craft store that gave us aprons that were originally dark green, then they moved to bright green. One day a few weeks ago, while on my way to my grocery store job, I stopped by the craft store to pick up a few things for a Christmas project. While wearing my dark blue apron. In the time it took me to walk to the cross-stitch aisle and pick out my threads, I was stopped by 3 different women. They asked me about the location of different items. As I said, I used to work here, so I was able to give them approximate locations, then apologize and point out that the apron I was wearing was not green, and instead of a lovely deep blue. Each of the women blushed, apologized, and we parted ways with a laugh. By the time number 3 was leaving, I ripped off my apron and hid it under my jacket until I got out of the store. The third story is called, Do It Again, I Dare You. I work on ships and during the yard period, we get put into hotels. We all look like we work for a living, covered in grime, grease, and such. Anyways, we just got done cleaning bilges and I walked a mile back and get to the hotel into the lobby, and going for the elevator. A businessman whacks my shin with his umbrella. Move, I have to get to my room. Excuse me? Move out of my way. These are for guests only, utility people have their own elevator. I calmly go, listen, I'm a guest here too. He taps my ankle. No, this is a nice hotel, you can't afford this. The staff who knew me well saw me collectively getting ready to go off on this guy. Listen, hit me again and I'm calling the police. I'm gonna sue you and the company you are representing for assault and harassment. I am a guest here. Do not hit me again. A staffer in the lobby chimes in. Sir, he is a guest here and we will actually have you removed from the building and charged if you harass our guest. He's been here for 2 months and his company is paying us. I walked on the elevator and just nailed all the top floor buttons in a screw you moment. The next story is called, Felt Good to Put a Jerk in His Place. I'm not normally very confrontational with other customers when I'm out, but this one slipped out. I went to a nearby convenience store one evening a few years ago to get cigarettes for myself and my wife. I walk into the store and get in line behind an old, grubby-looking guy with a bad attitude. The cashier asks him if she can help him. He says he wants to put some money on one of the pumps. She asked him, which pump? He rudely replies, I don't know, I don't work here. Maybe it was the years of dealing with rude customers in the food service and call center industries, but, without even thinking, I blurt out, why don't you go outside and check instead of being a jerk to her? The grumpy guy spins around, points at me, and yells, mind your own business. I was a little dumbstruck. Not because he yelled at me, but because I was still processing the fact that I spoke up for someone. To his credit, the grumpy guy sticks his head out the door, yells to one of his companions for the pump number, and returns to the counter and completes his transaction. When I get to the counter, I notice both women behind the counter are staring at me. I don't know if they were scared of me, shocked that the grumpy guy was so rude to them, or shocked that someone had defended one of them from a rude customer. I do know that it felt good to put a jerk in his place. The last story is called, I Am a Security Guard. With the outbreak, we have gotten a lot of new companies and contracts, and there have been several stores that hire my company for mask enforcement. Basically, refusing service for anyone who tries to walk in without a facial covering. This event took place at one of these new contracts for a home improvement shop, one that promises that you can save big money shopping here. My job at this location is extremely simple and narrow. If I see someone walk in without a mask, I stand between them and the gate, inquire as to their lack of mask, and give them the option of purchasing a mask for less than 50 cents at the nearby customer service desk if they do not have one of their own. For the most part, people are kind and understanding. Many of them apologize, saying they forgot and quickly dig out a mask from a pocket or a purse, and go on about their way. One day, however, I met the Karen. I had just stopped an elderly gentleman and asked if he had a mask. He laughed, pulled it out of his pocket saying he always forgets, puts it on, and walks through the turnstile. As I am having the conversation with him, in walks Karen, staring me down, no mask, and almost runs into the elderly gentleman as she tries to rush past me. I however step in her way with a kind smile. Hello, ma'am, do you have a mask today? No, and I don't need one either. I am sorry, however, the store policy states that everyone is required to wear a mask. If you need one, you can get one over there for just 42 cents. I point to the customer service desk. I told you I don't need a mask. I just need a washing machine, where are they? I don't know where the washing machines are. However, I can't let you pass this point without a mask. Please either get one on or see the customer service desk to purchase one. What do you mean you don't know where the washing machines are? What kind of incompetent worker are you? I am not an employee of this store, I work for a third-party security company. I do not know the store, but you cannot go through these gates without a mask. During this time, Karen tries to walk around me multiple times. I keep stepping in front of her, keeping my hands low and calmly repeating, you need a mask. You obviously work here. And I don't like your attitude. Either tell me where I can get a washing machine, or get the hell out of my way. I point to the customer service employee. She will be more than able to help you find what you need, as well as sell you a mask so you can shop here. At this point, the customer service employee realizes that something isn't right, as for the most part as a guard, I smile and wave pace, and don't really interact with customers. So when I am no longer smiling, standing still, and speaking with a customer, this usually means that something is going wrong. She comes over. Hello, what can I do to help today? I say, she is looking, but get interrupted. Karen says, I want a washing machine, and he refuses to tell me where they are. He just keeps getting in my way and telling me to wear a damn mask. The service employee says, I am sorry, but he does not work within the store. His job is just to enforce the mask rules. I would be more than happy to help. Do you have a mask today? Karen is annoyed by this question. No, I don't have a mask and I'm not wearing one. She goes on a long-winded rant. Well, ma'am, he won't let you in without a mask. And unless you have one, I would be unable to assist you in getting the washing machine you want. Karen makes her typical demand, I've had enough, get me your manager now. The service employee then gets on her walkie and radios for a manager to come up. The manager comes over and says, hello, how are you doing today? Karen answers, I'm doing horrible. Your employees are useless, refuse to help me and won't even let me in the store. I demand you fire them both." The manager points to me. "I am sorry, but he is not an employee here. We hired his company to enforce mask policies." Karen screams, "I've already told you, people, I won't wear a freaking mask. Now fire these people and help me get my washing machine." At this point, she is escalating more and more and is getting very close to the manager, which triggers my training. Normally I am not allowed to go hands-on. However, there is an exception when there is a significant threat of violence to myself or employees of the company I am working at, and it's starting to appear as if some violence may happen. "Ma'am, I am going to need you to calm down and please back away from the manager. We don't want any physical contact." "I'm not talking to you. You are about to be fired anyway, you might as well go home already." The manager says, "He's not going to be fired, he's doing his job, and I would be more than happy to take you to our washing machines, but you need to get a mask first." Another 5-minute argument during which I am forced to stand between the manager and Karen as she is getting more and more aggressive. The manager took this chance to motion for the service employee to call the police. At this point, I am going to have to ask you to leave. I won't have you yelling at our security, or refusing to follow our policies. I'm not leaving until you fire this jerk and I get my washing machine. And get out of my way. Don't you know it's rude to get between two people talking? He is doing his job, making sure no violence happens. We have called the cops, leave now. About 5 minutes later the cops arrive with Karen screaming that we physically assaulted her and hit her when all she wanted to do was get a washing machine. And even after the police reviewed the camera footage, she held to her story. As they attempted to trespass her from the store, she swung at me and luckily missed. That however was enough for her to leave the store in handcuffs. I'm not sure why she thought I was an employee. My uniform is grey and black, with a bright red logo. And the store's uniform is a lot of blues and greens, but all is well that ends with Karen in the back of a police car. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel for more content. Let me know what you think about the stories in the comment section below. Have a great day. Bye bye.